Lecture topic: Imaani Charger.
One of the items that has become almost part of life for almost everybody is the cell phone. On the one side, it can be very useful, but its harms can be also very great. That's a different subject for now. But nevertheless, since this has become such a part of life, there's a lesson we can take from this as well. The lesson is that as useful as that phone can be, but if a person doesn't have a charger with it, then after a short while, that phone is worth nothing to him. It's not of any benefit to him. Once that battery has died, despite everything being intact in terms of all the features of it or whatever capability it might have, but the charge has died, it's of no benefit at all to him now, until such time that it is recharged. Now, it needs to be constantly recharged, daily it needs to be recharged, and without that charge daily, then the benefit is all just dormant and sometimes dead. So we understand this concept of recharging something constantly, repeatedly, daily. So likewise, our hearts, spiritual hearts, which is not constantly recharged, then after a short while it starts dying off. And when it dies off, despite all the possibility of doing a lot, despite the capabilities, whatever else, but the charge has died off, then everything is in reverse. There are certain things that drain that battery off very quickly. So likewise, if one is a person is supposed to be constantly charging that battery, but there are certain things that drain it also. The spiritual battery is charged by what? Whatever righteous deeds a person does, every salah he performs, and to the extent he will perform it with khushu and khudu in the sunnah manner, to that extent he will increase the charge of it. Every tasbih he recited, every good that he did, every time that he did some good for others, helped somebody with something, brought some happiness to somebody's heart, so all this is charging his spiritual battery, provided that the niyat was correct, so Allah Ta'ala's pleasure. So all these things keep charging it. But then on the other side, every wrong, every sin, every time that he's engaged the heart deliberately in some evil, all this drains that battery. Now when this battery gets drained, now there's no good that can come out of this insan. So that battery is drained. And among the things that charge it best, among the many things that charge it best, is righteous company. And among the things that drain it most is evil company, sinful company. That will drain it in a moment. So a person understands this concept of charging constantly. One person says he got a very big shock. What shock he got? It was the middle of the day, he was traveling somewhere and he realized his phone is on 1% charge. Or for him that became a very big shock, like as if his life is going to go just now. So that phone almost dying becomes like the person almost dying. Now the person, we understand this importance of this charge in an item like a phone, which many people, there are people who still live their lives without it also. And they carry on quite fine, nothing happened to them. They're managing their lives better than others. So it's not that if that phone died, somebody will die, but that's how it has become for many. So we understand that in terms of one item, but to apply that lesson in terms of our spiritual selves, that is obviously the more important thing, the most important thing. So this is something to keep reflecting on. Am I charging it positively or am I draining the battery? And when the battery gets drained, then it goes in a downhill. We have to keep reflecting, checking what are we doing and how much have we charged that battery. This is why this importance of the tasbihat, zikr, tilawat, and all the other ma'amulat that are prescribed and that are emphasized, because this is what keeps this battery constantly charged.
अल्लाह अल्लाह कैसा प्यारा नाम है, आशिकों का मीना और जाम है।